Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Now, you must be living under a rock if you're not aware that our economy is in a big pit. It's in a bad place. And that there's a huge black hole created by Labour, exclusively by Labour. They can't blame it on anyone else. Now, the think tank, the National Institute of Economic and Social Research, which is vaguely left-wing in thinking, says that Reeves will have to plug a gap of around, well, it's estimated between 40 and 50 billion pounds in the October omnishambles budget. And the only way she'd do it is to increase taxes again, which we've mentioned many times. But in its latest UK economic outlook, the report they've just published yesterday morning, actually, the Institute says that the Chancellor's stability rule is well out of kilter. They're predicting a deficit of at least 41.2 billion, possibly quite a lot more. They say that this shortfall significantly increases the pressure on the Chancellor to introduce substantial tax rises in the upcoming autumn budget if she hopes to remain compliant with her fiscal rules. Well, she's already broken her own fiscal rules 3 times, so I think she's probably going to have to break them a 4th. But they say that low growth, which we know, high borrowing, which we know, and recent U-turns in spending cuts are mostly to blame, and says Reeves has a trilemma. She's stuck with the fiscal rules, laid down spending commitments, and pledges not to raise the 3 main rates of tax. And it suggests a tax hike through council tax banding to raise cash. So that's where it is. She's not going to raise the tax. The councils are. And it looks like what they're going to do is bounce the councils into increasing council tax by 10, 15, even 20%, so that they, the government, can short pay them. The councils won't be any better off, you understand. It's just that the government won't be handing them so much out of central taxation. Yeah. That means that those who work and contribute pay even more. Those who sit at home and get the council tax paid for by the taxpayer aren't affected at all, are they? 'Twas ever thus. What do you think's going to happen? Now, when you start putting this up, people can't afford to eat. They certainly won't have any money to go out and spend. So all those places will close. A lot of places are going to close. Mass unemployment. More money going out in the form of benefits, less money coming in because nobody's working. And then she'll be sitting there next year going, oh, we've got a £60 billion deficit because nobody's working and everyone's unemployed and I don't know what I'm doing. And it'll just get worse and worse. But then, of course, you go, oh, just put taxes up a bit more, And eventually you'll just be handing over your tax, your pay at the end of every month or week, whatever you paid. You'll just be handing over your pay slip. Now, there you go, you might as well have it all. Because ultimately, that's what's going to happen. You'll work for nothing, but the government will feed you 3 square meals a day. Well, 2 square meals a day. But no meat in them, of course, not unless you count your bug burger. It's the way it's going, isn't it? Time for a revolution, perhaps, some would say. Not me, though. Don't want to get in trouble. But I can understand why some would say it. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks a lot. Bye.